These players 3-0. Green-white decks, here we go. Green-white company on your left. Green-white hexproof on your right. Chole Beadell. Make sure we get that name correct. And they'll be given the green light here in just a moment. Let's do it. Beadell will sacrifice a Misty Rainforest.
Kurt Hubrickstone and Andrew Seymour. Your draft is ready.
All right, Temple Garden to start, down to 17.
Kurt Hubrickstone and Andrew Seymour to segments, please.
Are we slippery? Nah, we're glade covery.
Good, same thing.
Yeah. Glade cover scout is where Beadell will start things.
This matchup, I can't imagine is any good for Stevens.
I don't think this is good. No. I would be shocked. Here's a Rancor. Beatdowns. In for 3. The follow-up is a Dried Arbor past the turn back.
Oh, that Arbor.
That one.
Ah!
What? What's the problem?
Fetch land finds Dried Arbor.
Take that, bingo man.
Oh
Todd,
well.
Todd Stevens will search for a Temple Garden. Not often you see the Temple Garden mirror.
There are a variety of Temple Garden decks in Modern.
Yeah.
It's not the most popular land, but it is one with a wide array of decks it goes into.
Wooded Foothills here for Todd. Pass the turn back over to Chloe.
As opposed to something, let's say, like Sacred Foundry. Very prevalent, much narrower range of decks.
Not a lot going on in Beadell's hand if it's just an attack for 4. Not additional aura.
Beadell must have mulliganed several times. I mean, there's just so light on resources right now.
Yeah. All right, let's go back over to Stevens. On the unstep, he'll sacrifice a Wooded Foothills. So Todd Stevens' hand right now, not a lot going on. A couple of copies of Rising Canopy in hand, but he has a copy of Path Exile, which I think his plan was, I have a slower hand, but I got a Path to buy me a little bit of time. Not against this deck, you don't.
Right. But fortunately for Stevens, Beadell's start has been so anemic that he's getting some time here to get set up.
Bird of Paradise to draw. Windswept Heath the land. He'll sacrifice that. No, we might actually. 6+ power Knight of the Reliquary is live now. That's lucky. Only a 5 power one right now. Is it not alive? It's not alive anymore.
Nah, Beadell with the path.
Okay. Well, life comes at you fast. Thought we had a moment there. Path Exile taking care of that Knight of the Reliquary very quickly. There is an Ethereal Armor. Beatdowns again. Stevens will fall even lower to 4. Ghost Quarter the draw. Ghost Quarter, not your friend in this matchup, Todd. What do we have here? Courser, okay.
So much value.
A little value here. Play birds. Play a land. It looks like it'll be Ghost Quarter. Gain life up to 5. And pass. A hand of 2 Rising Canopies, another land, and a Path Exile here for Todd Stevens. This Daybreak Coronet, yeah, we are all done. Chole Beadell is going to win game number 1 here over Todd Stevens. The Green-White Hexproof very quickly up a game here over Green-White Company. Does not appear to be a good matchup here for Todd Stevens right now. I will say that. Does not appear to be a good matchup.
He's got some stuff in the sideboard. We'll get into that in a second.
We will get to that in just a moment. Here, I'll take a quick break, and then we'll go over the sideboards.
Go.
We are back for Todd Stevens versus Chole Beadell. It's Green-White Company, Green-White Hexproof. Todd Stevens got decimated in game number 1, so we'll start with him and his 2 Eidolon of Rhetoric, 2 Engineer Explosives, 2 Stony Silence, 2 Surgical Extraction, 2 Reclamation Sage, a Blessed Alliance, an Eldritch Evolution, and Aven Mind Sensor. Kataki War's Wage and a Tireless Tracker. He's got some stuff here.
Yeah, the Blessed Alliance and the 2 copies of Engineered Explosives are among the better cards you can have for this kind of matchup. I think the 2 copies of Reclamation Sage are good as well, and I like bringing in the 1 copy of Eldritch Evolution as well. Beadell's deck doesn't really remove creatures that easily. It doesn't counter spells, and in a matchup that's just about can you get your stuff on the battlefield fast enough, Eldritch Evolution does a lot of work.
For Chole Beadell, I've got 3 Gaddock Teeg, 2 Pit and Needle, 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Seal of Primordium, 2 Suppression Field, 2 Spider Umbra, a Spirit Link, and a Spirit Mantle. Are you thinking same 60 maybe?
I think the Gaddock Teegs are probably good enough to bring in if you suspect Collected Company is part of the equation, but I could also just see same 60 close to it.
Razorverge Thicket and a Glade Cover Scout. Stevens has a Noble Hierarch off a basic forest. And now it'll be a, ooh, interesting. A Windswept Heath's going to search up a land. It's Eidolon of Rhetoric, a card that we will take a look at here in just a moment.
Not the worst in this matchup either. A reasonable blocker, and a lot of Beadell's best starts are going to involve 2 spells on the second turn, 2 or 3 spells on the third turn.
Sacrifice a Windswept Heath will Beadell. And now this. What the heck is that?
Is that a Gaddock Teeg?
I think so.
I don't know. These promo cards nowadays, I just don't.
I haven't seen that promo.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's a Gaddock Teeg. Looks like it's got 2 lines of text and a creature type, yeah.
Well, this is not, that's not
the
clear.
old, that's the old Gaddock Teeg.
That's not clarifying.
Don't have the promo art. We've just been informed.
Attacking creature gets exalted.
Come on. What are we just giving away stuff now? Oh no. Oh, Todd. I think Todd may have found a way to easy mode.
Worship. All right, well. That's hard. Well, that's hard mode. Is the Gaddock Teeg.
Right. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, that sucks. Never mind. Never mind.
Well,
I got excited like he did too. Never mind. I thought we had game over. That's okay. That's okay. I thought you could cast it too, Todd. That's okay.
And I love having cards like Gaddock Teeg in the sideboard of this deck because people are just always in this bind of, am I supposed to? No. What? Oh.
With kicker, can you do that? Can you kick it? I think so, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gain 4, sack, and attacker. All right.
Because Gaddock Teeg reversed to converted mana cost, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Convert mana cost plus lines with kicker still too.
It works somehow.
Okay. In for 1. Let's see what we got here. Night of the Reliquary. 4/4.
I think the text on Escalate is as you cast you may.
All right. All right. No, that's probably true. That's probably true.
Something like that.
Because it's not kicker, it's Escalate, which is different.
Yeah.
Actually. Good call. Let's see what we got here. It's a Rancor. Only 1 spell per turn. Pass that turn back. Over to Stevens. Has that warship that he cannot cast. It's got to be a pretty horrible feeling knowing your opponent has a warship in hand. Really, if they ever get to cast it, the game's probably over.
Well, if something happens to this Gaddock Teeg, you can't feel that comfortable about your chances of winning anyway.
That's
so
true.
Kind of a free roll.
Just really true. Raninap Excavator.
I know, you see the value because
Yes.
with the Night of the Reliquary and the fetch lands,
You get it.
you can grind an extra 37% of a card per turn.
Gonna sacrifice a fetch land. Well, gonna play a fetch land from the graveyard. Pass the turn back. Beadell will sacrifice that Horizon Canopy. Ship a Stamperuski, thank you. Player draws a card with Horizon Canopy. Thank you. We've not had a card with 5+ counters. Can we get Affinity on camera already? What are we even talking about here? I don't even know what an Expedition is anymore.
They're the lands.
They're the lands? Okay. That's my easiest route to victory right now. Expedition on the battlefield, card has 5+ counters. But I don't really want to win if someone has an expedition. Path to Exile is going to take care of this tonight of the Reliquary. Hold on. Hold on. Sacrifice. Let's see what Todd's going to get here. It'd be nice if we could somehow make this a 6-power creature before all is said and done. Ooh, the counter maker. We're up to 5 counters now before this. It's a 5/5. It's a 5/5 right now. Is there? No. Okay, it's gone. Okay. That's all right. That's all right. Get a land from your path. Get a basic forest. We're going to go to Township now. Okay.
So if Beadell here is getting rid of the Knight as opposed to the Eidolon, I suspect that means a Coronet should be on the way. Because that's the one spell that's impactful enough that you don't care that you're locked under 1 spell per turn.
I think you are right. And it is Daybreak Coronet.
Man, Cactig is really good if your game plan here is some mixture of worship and engineered explosives.
Which it is for Todd Stevens.
And I was getting this before that. I love Cactig in the sideboard decks like this because if you put these people in a squeeze of, do you have any path targets at all? Am I supposed to keep these paths in my deck? Or do you have some and risk it? Well, there you go.
Well, that answers that.
Well, that's that. If this resolves, we're going to 3.
Now, are we supposed to cast that now?
It frees up the attacks.
It does, but you know, like, he doesn't get to play another spell because he's Eidolon.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so if Beadell just plays another Cactig now, you didn't really solve your problem.
No, because you're just so ahead on the table at this point. So because you're going to get to activate your Township and start attacking.
Okay.
If Beadell's follow-up next turn is Cactig, Beadell's probably just blocking the following turn because you have so much pressure on the table.
So this is an attack for 6. Second, Windswept Heath. Don't get Dried Arbor.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. That doesn't really do any work for me. It's just, but it's still nice to.
It's nice to have free squares. You never know.
Yeah. It's not like that one's a lock to come up in a Modern tournament, so it's nice to get it.
It's good to have a free square.
Yeah. No, that one's not free. I think that we could cover tournaments where that Modern tournaments where that one never comes up.
Oh, sure. Free square is not like exactly what I mean, but you just got your freebie basically, where it might not have come up ever again. Glade Cover Scout past the turn back. Eidolon Rhetoric looking good right now. Another Eidolon Rhetoric to draw there for Stevens. I think we're just going to do this again with the beatdowns. Going to go to a Township activation.
And what I like about this is likely the only way for Beadell to pick up any life next turn is with a Coronet, and you can't chain that together through the Eidolon or Rhetoric because it requires 2 spells at the minimum. And if all Beadell is doing is, you know, what are you worried about? Spirit Link next turn? All right, gain 1.
Not scared of that.
So I like playing just activating the Township here rather than doing anything else.
11 a.m. standard challenge players, round 4.
All right, well, Todd Stevens is going to tie things up here with his green-white company deck against Glade Beadell and the green-white hexproof deck. So these players are going to get ready here for game number 3. We'll take a look at the sideboards again when we do come back. But first, a quick break so you can hear from our sponsors. Patrick, I've been informed, Stevens of it all, look at their opening hand, that there was at one point a card that had 5+ counters on it. Liliana, the Last Hope.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep, totally.
So now I'm one square away from winning bingo here. I need an expedition on the battlefield, which is really one of the worst ways to win anything.
Yes.
I will take it, but it is a rough way to win. Here's Noble Hierarch from Todd Stevens.
I started referring to them as unidentifiable foil objects.
Here's a Rancor and an Ethereal Armor. Let the beatdowns begin.
Let's get busy.
Yes. And be an attack here for 5.
Gonna put Todd under a lot of pressure. You can have, I mean, the responses here, you get Reclamation Sage is pretty good. There's nothing wrong with Engineer Explosives, obviously. Worship could still be good enough.
Blessed Alliance is good. There's some good cards in this spot. You gotta have to have them though. Spirit Mantle to draw. What is this? Hyena Umbra. Spider Umbra. Beatdown. It's a 2-turn clock, folks.
Yeah, this is value of a different sort.
This is an attack for 9. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If my math is correct, Stevens is down to 5, and he needs an answer. Picked up another copy of Knight of the Reliquary.
So nothing that he accompanies into. Oh, yes, Reclamation Sage. Okay, so he does have something that he can accompany into that impacts the table beyond just whatever numbers are on the battlefield.
Yes. Don't think he expected to be under this amount of pressure, though.
Turn 2 Knight, turn 3 Collected Company's a hard hand to throw away.
That's what his deck does.
2 p.m. standard players. Your parents are rolling up at the gathering point.
This is an easy keep.
Once again, 2 p.m. standard players, please make your way to the
It just might not be good enough.
this time.
And what he doesn't know is that Beadell has a Spirit Mantle looming. So he might not even get the opportunity to block. This is one of those times where he really wishes he had that one of Warship.
So the alternative route here is, I don't even know if you could you get a Horizon Canopy and try to sack to find an explosive? No, none of that works.
You could do that. You have access to 5 mana this turn. You float a green, get a canopy. Yeah, he could do that. How many explosives does he have? 2? Probably?
1 or 2.
Yeah.
2.
That's an out.
I mean, low odds, right? But you got to see if, you know.
He's dead. Go score to the Plains. Hope there's not another Plains in there, I guess.
Let's go to the tape.
There's 2 Plains.
Yeah, I don't mind going for it, you know.
I don't hate it.
I'm sure there are lists out there that only have the 1, so.
Thing is that company is just not very good in this spot because there's not much it can really hit. Their Spirit Mantle and kill ya. That is going to do it. Beadell is going to win this match over Todd Stevens. 2-1. Green White Hexproof with an excellent draw in game number 3. He's going to take down Green White Company. And what I believe is a pretty difficult matchup for Todd anyway. He was able to win game number 2, and he does have some cards that are effective in the matchup, but ultimately I think this is a tough one for